EBCL is in CS Executive and scoring even 40 marks can be a huge challenge. All students tell us one thing, sir, EBCL syllabus is very vast, which is true. In entire executive as of now, EBCL has the most wide syllabus. There are so many things to study, but end of the day, exam is just for 100 marks. So in this video, we will analyze the answer script of one of our students of Ekcel Academy who has scored 55 marks in EBCL. In fact, in this paper, the corrections was little strict, still he has been able to score good marks. So we want you to watch this. If you are writing EBCL or any paper in CS Executive, you will get quite a few tips on how you should write the answer. This way you too can do very well in your exams which is coming up. So let us go into the paper and analyze EBCL. Make sure you watch this series. We have quite a few videos for all the subjects, so you will get a complete picture on how you should present the answers. Let's get into the answer script.
Yes, let us see how we can score 55 marks in EBCL. See, most of our videos is how we score 60 plus. But why I'm showing this paper is the student has written really well. Actually, the paper correction is little strict. That is why, as you can see, they've given 50 marks and 5 marks is rationalization. Whenever paper correction is strict, they look at the average of all the papers which have been corrected, and if they feel based on the data that your paper correction is strict, they give extra marks. That is why we really have to appreciate ICSI, and their corrections is absolutely fair, and we have to really be proud to be students of ICSI. So we have in this particular subject, as you can see, executive program EBCL, and the student has finally got 55 marks, and the 50 marks is based on correction and 5 marks rationalization. But when I read this paper is good enough to get even 55 to 60 marks. So that is the quality of answers. So how can you write in EBCL? Please watch this video so that you get the idea. So what are the functions of Reserve Bank of India is one of the questions. So even in the introduction, I told you that it is basically how you can score, and if you study well, you can definitely do well. So directly the functions, the student here, Uday, has directly come to the functions and he has given the points very well. Look at this, point wise, 1, 2, 3, like this. The presentation is excellent. And then they have given 2 marks because everything is not there, but see the quantity and quality which the student has written. So just see that kind of presentation. Next question is about what are the restrictions, prohibitions imposed upon a person who is resident of India and citizen of India to accept foreign contribution under the FCRA. FCRA is a very important chapter. So this is a question. So directly the student is coming to the point. What are the restrictions which is given? And then mention the restrictions. So if you look at it again, point wise has been given. Not all the points are exactly true, and also I told you there's a little strict correction, so I would have actually given 3 for this, but there's little strict correction, so they've got 2 marks over here. What limits of current account transaction by individual under liberalized remittance scheme? LRS is one of the chapters which we have in FEMA. So what are they asking? So first try to understand what are they asking in the question. LRS is a very big concept, but in that, what is the specific thing they are asking? They are asking about the limits, correct? So the question is all about the limits which we have to mention, which an individual can have in the liberalized remittance scheme, on what is the amount of money he can invest. So the limits, if you see again, directly to the point, very good presentation. The overall limit. So the first thing very well the student has done is given the overall limit, which is $250,000. So $250,000 is the overall limit. However, the student could have written that it is overall limit for every year, correct? The overall limit is a yearly limit for every financial year. That point could have been added. Anyway, so the following are the limits. So they've given the limits. So I see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I really like the quality and quantity, and see 4 marks has been given, which is amazing. 4 marks means everything is correct. So very well presented. Then enumerate the directions pertaining to NBFCs issued by RBI. So what has RBI told to NBFCs? Again, very well articulated, very well done. The questions are very specific. So always when you read the question, try to understand the keywords, because the concept is always big. In that concept, the question will be about one small part. So try to understand what is that question about, and then you'll understand. So it is about directions pertaining to NBFCs which RBI has given. So what are the directions? Again, in point wise he has written, since everything is not correct, you have got 1 mark. So don't think we have written so much why they gave 1 mark. Sometimes the points may not be perfect, so you will get marks, but don't worry. But the consistency of the student is what you should understand. Quantity is being maintained, quality is also being given. So you need quantity, quality in the answers, not only quality. Okay, you need quantity, that is what you should realize. Then who are lenders in the ECB framework? So they are asking who are recognized lenders. See, again, if you see, ECB is a very big concept. When you say ECB, external commercial borrowings, it's very huge. But in that, there is one small part where the question is about. When you study entire ECB, but the question is about recognized lenders. So who are the recognized lenders? Again, points has been given. Very nice. If you observe, student here is answering all the questions in points. It really helps, because the person who is reading, who is the person who is reading? The person who is the examiner who is reading it. It's easy for them, and it's easy to give the marks. So 2 marks has been given. How does export promotion capital goods scheme facilitate the import of capital goods for producing quality goods and service to enhance Indian export competitiveness? So this is a question where you should not just write answer, but you should also write a little bit about the opinion which you have, and this opinion should be based on facts, based on the law. So how does the export promotion capital goods scheme facilitate? So first thing is how the scheme is giving the benefits. First you should write that, correct? And then how can we improve the export competitiveness of the country? So what is export promotion council facilitate, and what is the scheme that has been given? Very well written. Then how do you increase competition? So that has also been written, and 2 marks is there. So if you understand here, the student has done something really well. That is, first thing, always stick to the direct points. No beating around the bush. Stick to the direct points. And one more thing you should observe here, what Uday has done really well is connect the question to the answer. Means use the same words in the question when you answer. See here, what are they asking in the question? They are asking about the scheme. How is it facilitating? What are the benefits? Then second part of the question, what are they asking? Then how do we enhance Indian export competitiveness? Correct? So the students here increases the competition in India by exploring the standard, and given the answer. So if you are connecting the question and answer, writing the exact words and exact point what they are asking. Please remember, your answer has to be specific. When you study the syllabus, it's very big, but the question is always specific. Answer should also be specific. So this is what I want you to learn from Uday, who's been very hardworking. We have seen him from day one how hard he is working, and because you work hard, you get the results. That is very simple. What is import-export code? How is it obtained? See, again, this question has 2 parts, so you should understand that. So one is like, what is this IEC code? import export code and how to obtain it. So when we say how, they are always asking about the procedure. So what is import export code? He has written very well, and even he has also left one line gap so that it looks good, the presentation is good. So it is not necessary that every answer should be in points. If you see here, he is using paras to answer, but after every para one line is being left, which makes the answer look very good. And then finally the registration. So how to open the registration, and even the office DGFT, that has been mentioned, so that shows the deep knowledge. And what do you need, the PAN number, etc. is required to be submitted. Yeah, so if you have any personal use items, you don't need import export code, and it is only for the business item. So if you see here, 3 marks has been given. So the presentation is good, the specific question has specific answer, the question is connected to the answer with the right keywords, right? You have quality answer and quantity answer, that's all. So it's not so difficult. Next, cancellation of certificate under FCRA, discuss. So how do you cancel? So then they are saying discuss. When they say discuss, what should you do? You should give an analysis. That means, what is the question about cancellation? So when do you cancel? How do you cancel? Why do you cancel? That analysis should be given, because the question says discuss, right? So again, see here, very well presented. Cancellation of certificate under. So the authority may cancel for reasons. What are the reasons they have given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very well written. Then based on the above reasons, authority may cancel certificate. From the date of cancellation of certificate, the person shall not accept any foreign contribution under FCRA. Very well. So actually I told you, the overall the paper correction is little strict. So easily you can get 2.5 or 3 marks for this kind of question. And anyway, the student has got extra 5 marks in the rationalization in the end. But very well answered, because it is a combination of points, then a very good conclusion. And if you observe, again I'm telling, very, very straightforward. The student has been very straightforward and very, very clear. Absolutely no confusion. It shows the confidence. Okay, how hedging is regulated under ECB? So again, if you see, the question is extremely specific. See, ECB is a very big concept, but in that they are asking specific about hedging. And hedging also, what are they asking? How hedging is regulated. They are asking about the regulation relating to hedging under the ECB. So again, the hedging provisions, what is it? Whatever he knows, since he did not know everything, is written whatever he knows, and you will get marks. So please remember, write whatever you know, you will get marks. And it is important, every mark adds up to make you pass the exam. Next, what was Raghavan committee? What was the recommendation of the Raghavan committee? So this is again a very specific question. So why did we have the Raghavan committee, and what did they recommend is the question. So what is the committee for regulation of competition? So it is in the Competition Act, and what they given. So again, to the point, very, very good. Directly you are connecting the question. So what is the question? There are 2 parts to the question, correct? One is what is the committee, and second one is what did they recommend? What did the committee recommend? So the recommendation, see this is what I told, connecting the question to answer. So the first part has been answered here, what is that committee? Then the second part has been answered here, that is what is the recommendation. So for person who is correcting the paper, it's very easy. So this is what you should learn from Uday. Very, very simple, no confusion, directly answer, don't beat around the bush. So recommendations, what are they? So he has given wonderful 9 recommendations. So see the quantity. Please observe. Obviously quality is there, that is why 3 marks has been given, but please also see the quantity. Quantity, people say, oh, if it is a CS exam, CA exam, we should write quality answers. Of course, 100% you should write quality answers. There is no doubt about it. But with quality, little bit of quantity is required, because to show that you have quality, you need to write all the points. And when you write all the points, it will become little quantity. You can't help it. You have to do it, and you have to write fast. You should learn how to write fast. What is service under Competition Act? So they've again very specific question. They're only asking you to define. They're not asking you to explain or give the complete detail. Just what is the definition. So service. So definition has been given. Again, point wise, the answer is very well written. So 3 marks has been given. So very good. What is the threshold limit for regulation of combination under section 5? So what are the threshold limits? Again, what is the threshold limit given? So if you see, even he has added a table which shows a very different way of presentation. What is the answer in a specific way? 2 marks has been given. It is little strict correction here again, but it's okay. Who can appear before the Competition Commission of India? So Competition Commission of India is a tribunal. So it is basically for all the court related or dispute resolution matters. So again, what are they asking? The question is specific. Who can appear? Means who are the people who can go and represent there? So the answer is company secretary, chartered accountant, cost management accounting, any other legal practitioner. So this is the answer. I don't know why only 1 mark has been given. They could have given more, because the answer is actually perfect answer, very well written. So sometimes you will have less marks some places. Why do you need competition in the market under Competition Act? So here again, it is a little bit of analysis. Correct? What are they asking? They are asking you why. So when you analyze, you should give the reasons. Why do you feel competition is needed in the market for any business? So what are the need of the competition? So reasons has been given. Again, see here, very well written points, and 2 marks has been given. How can the order of Competition Commission imposing monetary penalty be executed? So CCI will give you order, okay, but how do you execute the order? Again, only when you have deep knowledge you can write this answer. So since he didn't have the complete information, he has written whatever he knows, and 1 mark has been given, because all the points are not correct here. Okay, all the points are not correct here when I read. That is why at least 1 mark they've given, because he has written whatever he knows. Some points are correct. Procedure for inquiry of complaint under section 19. So again, here what is it? You should give the steps, because they are asking procedure. Procedure is always stepwise, correct? So procedure for inquiry. So again, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, very well written. So 2 marks has been given. So again, just see the consistency. See how consistent the student is. See, all the papers I'm doing in the series, I'm not doing just because they are students of Ekcel Academy and our students have scored good marks. That is not the reason. I want you to learn that how consistent they are, how they are having a good style in presenting, so that everyone can learn. Next is a 4 marks question. They are asking, in pandemic of COVID-19, a drug company made offer for advertisement, a reward of 10,000 for anyone suffering from COVID after using the drug in prescribed manner. Mrs. Romila, having taken the drug as per prescription, could not be cured. She claimed for the money. Will she succeed? So they've given a case law kind of question. They've given some facts, and they've given you a question where you should analyze and you should give the interpretation of law, and you should tell whether she will succeed or not based on the legal points which you know. So answer presentation is very good. First is facts of the case has been given. So what happened? So for this you can write what is in the question, then what happened over there. So in the above advertisement, company does not mention cure but not cured after using the drug. So even though COVID was not cured, she was eligible for the money that mentioned in the advertisement. So this is the analysis. This is the interpretation of the law which the student has to write and is expected. Then the conclusion is given. So she will succeed and get the reward. So see here, such a simple English. The question is, will she succeed? Correct? As you can see here, will she succeed? That is the question. So if the question is, will she succeed? In the end, you have to write yes or no, whatever is your answer. And that is the presentation. That is why, please write in simple English. Please write in simple language. Please write in simple style. And that is what is expected. Don't have to write something very complicated. Don't worry about it at all. So then again about property, they've given a case and they've give reason. So again, facts of the case and how do you interpret the law and conclusion. Again, see the style. This is amazing style. Just look at it. No, just look at it and learn. What amazing style in writing. It's really good. This is what you should learn. Then again, there's a second-hand car. Car is stolen. After 2 months, Dinesh claims the car and deprives Ramesh of the car. Can Ramesh claim compensation? Again, they've given a case and they've given the question. So same thing. Facts of the case. Then how do you interpret the law? Then conclusion. So Ramesh can claim the compensation. So in conclusion should be simple. Preferably one sentence. Make it easy for the person correcting, make it easy for them to understand. And you will get the marks. What are the rights of the allottees under the Real Estate Regulation Act? So RERA Act, what are the rights? So this question is about rights. So when they ask about rights, better to write in points because rights will be different. Instead of writing para, write the point. So again yes, here point wise presentation. So you don't have to write point in everything. You can use para, but this kind of question, because when they ask about rights, it is easy to list out the rights, correct? So it's easy to list out the rights. So you can write what are the rights and you will get the marks. Then what are the contracts which cannot be specifically enforced in specific relief act? What can you not enforce? So again, they've asked you in such a way that you can answer in form of a list what you cannot enforce. So since all the points are not correct, whatever he knows he has written, 1 mark is there. So that is why write whatever you know, you will get the marks. So here the next question again is a case law question. So facts of the case, then how do you interpret the law, then the conclusion. You will get the marks. So next is all about damages. So damages related question is there. Again, facts of the case, conclusion, interpretation of the case, very good presentation, but the answer is wrong, so you will get 0. So but write whatever you know, don't worry about that. Be consistent. It really doesn't matter. Even if it is wrong, the person correcting feels that you're making a good effort. So first is always knowledge of the subject. Knowledge of the subject. Next is presentation. So if your knowledge is good, that is the 80% importance. Presentation is 20% importance. So focus on the knowledge. Auction sales in Sale of Goods Act. So what are they writing? Short notes. So when you say short notes, you can write in para or points. So here he has written in points and 2 marks has been given. So again, partnership. What is partnership by holding out? So what is holding out is given. Holding out partner is given. So this is a introduction. So intro has been given. Then the answer with the points. So since everything is not correct, 2 marks has been given. Okay, it's not bad. Next they are asking what is OIML certification system. Again very specific. So you have to write in the paragraph. So whatever he has known, he has written. You will get marks for what you have written. You will get marks for whatever you have written. So please write whatever you know. Write whatever you know, you will get marks. So this is how you can score 55 in EBCL. So don't think that everyone should score 60 plus or something. If you write properly, you will get marks. So some students told, sir, you're showing only papers where they're getting 60, 70. What about others? So that is why we showed how you can score 50 to 55 in EBCL. It is definitely possible. So I request you to please follow this series. So whatever series we are doing now, it is all about all the students of Ekcel Academy, how they have been scoring very well. And if you need any help from Ekcel, 973 973 3400 is our number. Whether you want any classes, whether you want any free classes, we have even some free classes, you can get in touch with us. Any other tips for exam, we are always there for you. So once again, I would like to thank the student Uday for sharing this paper. So all the students who have been sharing this paper have been very kind. We want to thank them. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next video where I analyze another paper where you can score 60 plus or high marks in law papers of CS Executive. I will see you in the next video.